I wanted to make fake eyeballs out of ping pong balls for Halloween decorations, and I found a craft blog called A Crafty Mix, which I'll link in the comments. First, you want to poke a hole in the ping pong balls to put a toothpick in to make it easier to decorate. Then you're going to cut out the little eyeball printables and basically decoupage them onto the ping pong ball. Just FYI, the way the eyeballs or the pupils printed, the first time I printed them, were too small, and I had to blow them up to 150% to be big enough for ping pong balls to be the right proportions. But basically, you're trying to smooth a flat piece of paper onto a round surface, so it does take some finessing to get the paper to curve without too many wrinkles. I used my fingernails, and then I grabbed a toothpick to spread out the edges and help smooth out any wrinkles and minimize them, because it's probably going to wrinkle a little bit, but you want minimal wrinkles. Then while the pupil part is drying, you can start on the veins. So you're going to take some red yarn and separate it out into threads, and then add your Mod Podge to the underside of the eyeball on the opposite side of the pupil, and then glue the separated yarn, and you'll want to spread it out so that it looks like veins coming around. Then add more decoupage, and brushing it helps the thread separate a little bit more so it looks like small capillaries. I'll admit this does look very gory, but it looks really cool. And then once you're satisfied with how that looks, you're gonna dip the eyeball into the decoupage, and basically you're coating it almost like a cake pop. And then once they dry fully, which takes overnight, you're going to be left with a shiny eyeball with your red veins made from yarn.